Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Lucas and today, I found this really nice website called Dream Studio AI. It's from this AI startup and I really fell in love with this amazing hero section. So if you were to right click on this somewhere right here, you can see that it's an image. So I can open this in a new tab and we basically get this image, but I believe that we can actually build this with Framer without any images, like build it completely in Framer and connect these images to a type of CMS, right? So, and even animate this in a way that these images can change a bit. So let's say that this is like an astronaut collection, and this can, after like a couple of seconds change to another type of image in that space. So I am a big believer that with Framer, you can build this completely with no code, by the way. And if you don't know me, I do a lot of videos about Framer and about other no-code tools. And I particularly love Framer due to its flexibility and its easy to learn software if you're coming from a web design space. So I'm a web designer myself. And if you're a web designer as well and you want to start building things, I would definitely look into Framer. Just check out most of my YouTube videos are about Framer. And yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So here's my Framer. And I'm going to make this a bit smaller. Maybe put this around over here on this left side of my monitor. So like right up here. Boom, make this like this and put this all the way over here and kind of fit everything to look nice. There we go. All right, now what we want to do is we have this desktop, and for those of you that are quite new to this or are still learning about this, basically in Framer you want to always start off by opening the tablet and phone breakpoint because it's best to always design responsively. Some people end up building the desktop version and then start like making everything responsive, but I tend to do it since the beginning, like just making sure that everything is responsive already, just to make my life easier in the future, right? And this is the best way of doing it. So I would definitely recommend you doing the same if you're, getting started with this. And so what I want to do is I want to bring this in here. So we have, actually, it's better if I just take a screenshot of this and bring this into Framer. This is another beauty of Framer, that like Figma, you can paste images inside of your project and have them like in the side, like as a, canvas type of thing. And I'm going to move this over here so we have like a nice, good view of it. And it's quite big, right? So we have our hero section looking like this. And what we want to do is let's add like a frame. So let's add a large frame like this. And let's make sure that the height of our breakpoints are set to fit content. So basically what that means is that this particular section has a specific height, and this, if I were to increase the height of this height of the desktop and the tablet and the phone would increase with this object. So I'm going to go ahead and go here, click on this frame, add a layout to this so it turns into a stack. And then I'm going to add this into another stack, and we're going to call this hero section. And for this hero section, I'm going to make it fit, perfect. And then we're going to add some padding and put some padding on the top, maybe 60, maybe everywhere 60, right? Or a little bit less. 20 would be good. There we go. So everything is kind of 20% everywhere. And for the stack, let's just make sure that the height, sorry, not the height, the width is set to fill. So now you can see that the width of this is set to the fill. We're going to call this the grid. And hero is good. It has a fit height. So does this. And this grid has a fixed height. Perfect. So now comes the tricky part. So we want to create this grid system. And I counted this before. I think it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then about 13. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. 9 times 15. All right, so then inside of this grid, I'm going to make this like a lighter blue. So, or like a light color, like this. And then I'm going to get this and just duplicate it, bring it out, and I'm going to make this 200 fixed and make it locked, right? So now let's put this in here. And I'm going to make this another color. Give it some border, right? Maybe make it 10% or 30. And let me duplicate this a few times. And as you can see, it starts, going off in the sides. And what we want to do is we want to maybe turn this into a grid. So perfect. You can see here that we have this grid, and we can make this 9 columns and like, what was it, 15 columns and 9 rows. And basically what we do is just duplicate this until we have that amount . So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And the size of this is kind of strange. So we want to maybe put this as fit the content. And no, it's not this. That's the problem. So there's something wrong with the sizing of this. I'm going to put like a maximum width of maybe, no, it has to be larger than this. Okay. And then we can make this fit. So that's not the problem either. We can remove this and we already start getting this type of grid. We can remove the gap. And here we can also set it to a specific height. I'm just curious as to why we have this large gap everywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to see how we do this. Let's remove this fill, and then we have a specific border here, about 20. We already have some type of thing going on. Now maybe this one can be set to 4 columns or 5, and row would be set to 4. You know what the problem is? I think I know what the problem is. So let's go back a little bit and keep this like this. And let's get all of these little grids. And we're going to remove this sizing. Perfect. We're going to make this fit content. And actually it can't fit the content because it has to be some type of fixed size. This has to be some type of fixed size. So we will have to decrease the size, and we'll have to remove the padding here. Right now it's 2, so it's very close. Let's just make it a nice 0. And make sure that these all have this border that is maybe 10. And then for this one, we're going to have to reduce the number of columns. Something like that. And then for the phone as well, we're going to have to make it something like that. And obviously for the phone, I mean, these things don't have to be the same, right? Like for the tablet, we can erase some of them. For the phone, we can erase them too. So we'll just deal with that when that comes. So for this, now what we can do is try again and do this 5 and then row 4. And then we're starting to see something. Now for this, we're going to eventually add some type of text here. I want to delete this fill. We still have this container, but the fill is gone. This one maybe we can put back to, so I can see that this is kind of not set to fill with somewhere. Somewhere it's off here. And you can see it's not really filled. But let's see how we do this. Maybe we can delete a big chunk of these for the mobile. Like this, for example, would be a good view for the mobile. We make it actually a little bit higher, so that actually it would be good to make it like viewport height. So we can get this, make it the height of the viewport. Hopefully it's the same here. No, let's just do that. Viewport height. And also here, viewport. Then we might want to, again, just delete a few of these rows. Might be too much for this mobile view. We have to, with design, there also comes aesthetics. So just making it look good is important. All right, so for these two, we can delete these 4. Perfect. All right, let's start adding use different things. Maybe it's not going to be the same in terms of height or whatever, but we've got to make it look nice, and we'll do that. So now what I want to do is I want to add a CMS. So we're already 16 minutes in, which is great. I thought this was going to take a little bit longer, but it won't. And let's call this like our projects. So this would be like a cool portfolio type of thing. So we have our title, we have our cover image, and there's this new thing from Framer called Gallery, and I'm very interested in seeing if we can actually show this. So let's just put cover image, and let's add like 4 items, and I'm going to use Lumi to put these different pictures. So we have this one, and then for the gallery, let's not choose an image, let's just use the plugins again. This one, I think we can select multiple ones. Oh no, so select plugin, Lumi, this one, and then plugin, Lumi, and this one. All right, and this is going to be the title, colorful hats. Or colorful beanies. Then we have a new item. Let's give it a cover image from Lumi. Give it a nice, what was the first one? It's quite colorful. Let's give it another colorful one, like this one. It's gonna be like AI nature. Let's just call it like that. And let's add some different related images that are similar to the cover. This one, why not? And let's just add another one. We can add 2, it's fine. Let's add 1, maybe fruit, perfect. Save. And then we have quite a few. So I'm just gonna, pause this stream and be back when I have also quite a few, but you kind of get the idea of how to create these different items in the CMS collection. All right, so now I added a few collections, I think, items. I think there's like 9, so 3, 6, 9, yeah, okay. So yeah, 9. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to add these different collections into our grid here and fit them properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to collections. I'm going to drag in projects. I'm going to put projects like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of limit it to 1. And I'm going to go individually, right? So what we want to do is we want to bring our project in here. And we want this to fill the width of the specific grid here. And we want this to be, so we want to maybe delete this, and we want this to link to the content gallery. Is that convert? Okay, no, we can't link that, unfortunately. So what we can do is, well, first of all, what we can do is set the variable to the cover image. So this can be the cover image, and it can be set to fill. And this can be set to fill. And this specific grid can be set to have a specific width, right? So this can be like 3 pixels or 3 rows long, and have it something like this. We can even move this, to other places. I believe this one was, there was one like right below the image, so we can do it like that. Maybe even make it 4 and 3. Maybe 2 is fine. So we have our little samurai. And let's say we don't want our samurai to be here. We want it to be another one. We can go here and we can sort that out. We can sort it out by title to be from A to Z or Z to A. In this case, let's just put it A to Z. And for this image, for the focal point, we can put it like top center. Or adjust the focal point, I guess. No, we can't. This is good. We see her body. Now, for the next thing, what we can do is I'm trying to think about a way of how we can have like a, how would you call it? Like a component that changes the images every couple of seconds, right? Like every 3 seconds the image changes, right? I'm thinking either we do like some type of component with different variants and then each variant changes to the next one, or some type of slideshow. The thing is that we can't really, put the gallery, show the gallery, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and add another. So actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this and move this somewhere over here. And as you can see, this is going to be quite a challenge. We can just move it like this. So I just grab the layer and we can move it over like this if we wanted to. And then this one can be kind of moved like so. And it can be 5 rows and 3 columns. And again, let's just put it maybe like this, or like this. And then this one can go a little bit more on the left. Let me see if I move this. Yeah, something like that. Why not? 4 rows. And then we can, again, filter this out to be something else. So instead of title, it can be, and instead of slug, we can filter this to be something else. So we can remove this and we can see the filters title equals, and then I had something like with or contains. I've never tried this convert. Let's see convert when. Okay, when AI said yes. No, when contains. You can put like it contains the word AI, so it shows that one, right? Or it contains the word, I don't know what else I had. Bar or hoops. Let's put the hoops one. It contains the word hoops, then show. Beautiful. And then we can do the same thing. So duplicate this, move this around somewhere. Make it like this, but 2 and 3. And then we can go ahead and make this smaller in a way. So we can go like, well, it's already smaller. I didn't mean that. We can grab this and put that other keyword like bar. Boom. And then, oops. Let me make sure to duplicate that. Then move it somewhere. little bit more downwards like this. And then we can just choose another one. And we have beanies or divine. Let's put divine. This can be like a little bit more larger. And then we can, again, grab this one and put that keyword divine. And then duplicate this. Make it into a little square. And give it another name. Contains colorful. And we would want this to be a little bit higher, so like this, right? Then we can add some other one down there in the corner. So duplicate, make it probably like this, and make it small. And then we can give it some other filter. What else are we missing? Hoops, bar, architect. So here, projects, architect, boom. Amazing. Now I'm interested in one thing, and it's the following. Let's just go like this. Let's set this. Let's turn this into a component, and let's call this like grid content. And what I want to do is I want to do like different variants, and I don't want this to be fill. I would like this to be and we can also do this too. Instead of doing that filter, we can, start at offset. I think someone mentioned that in the comments the other day. So instead of doing this, we can do start offset and increase the different values like this. Right? That's another way of doing it. So for example, here, we'd want to remove this, and we would add this start offset, and then we can put 1. Right, so let's go back to this content. And here, what I'm trying to do is I want to make this background of this fill match the image gallery, or have something from the image gallery. So image content. And that's the problem, that I can't seem to do that. Like there's no way of really, with the gallery of the CMS, there's no way of really like putting that in a preview, right? You'd have to create other types of cover image columns, right? So I would have to go like this, like cover image main, and then add another image, and this would be cover image 2, and then I'd have to duplicate this, and it would be cover image 3, and then basically go like this, right? So for example, we can do the samurai one, and the samurai one we can just choose a Lumi sword, like something like that, and pick this one, and then for this one, again, something with Lumi. Oh, not Lumi. Sword. And pick this one. And then what I can do is that once we have that, we can create this with this grid content. And what I'm trying to do is for each one of these, set this, for example, to image 1. Oh, sorry, we're going to cover image 1. This would be, and we would have to maybe set this to the samurai 1. There we go. This would be image 2. So create variable, set variable image 2, set variable image 3, and then each one would have an interaction, new transition on appear, set variant 2, and then after how many seconds, let's say 4 seconds. And then for this one, on appear variant 3, this one on appear variant 1, and then we can just set this transition to be some type of long transition, like this. And let's see if we put this, somewhere in here. Here we go. If we put this outside and put this like a little bit larger, and we move this maybe one space like this, and we press play, you can kind of see that it moves, right? It switches. So that's one way of doing it. So now all of these different grids have different colors, and I want to delete these inner colors because we won't be using that. This we won't be needing this color as well. This one, all of these we won't be needing the colors. So let's just delete. And eventually, we're going to have to delete a few grids because it seems like a lot. But I'm just trying to show you kind of what we can do here with Framer CMS. So we got this, delete the color, these two, delete the color, this, delete the color from here to here. And boom, let's delete these colors. And now what we can do is we can start deleting some of these grids and seeing how this would look like. Okay, we might want to have a lot of them in the desktop version, but for example on the phone version you might want to delete some of them, so like all of these on the tablet. And then on the phone, we want to delete a lot of them, I would say. So this one can go, this one, let me grab this, can go a little bit more like this. This one can be going upwards. This one as well. And it can be maybe smaller. Yeah. Going up. Something like this is good. So we just have this nice little unique design here. This one, for example, can go a little bit more isolated here. And it's starting to look good. So now let's just add this text. So we have this text. We can put, this would be your header text. And let's get the pen tool and make sure that this is fitting the content. And let's put this in here. And we can select some type of font. And then we can duplicate this, put this regular, set this to a body text that we actually have to edit a little bit more, make it like 14. And this can be the title, like an H2, I would say, and edit this to be maybe 24. And this grid can go this way, and it can go left aligned to the top. So start, or in the middle, it can stay in the middle, it's also fine. And we can add some padding, so 20. And for example, you can see that it's exceeding the padding, so we can just set this to fill. And this as well, set to fill. And increase the padding if you want to, decrease it however you want. And this would be your header text for the hero section. And this is just, or we can put just an example of some description text. Period. Okay. And then for here, you can, reduce some of the padding to be 20. And as well, here as well. And it would look something like this. So here you'd have the different perspectives, right? And as you can see, you can just move things around like so. It's just, moving things around to your liking. Everyone has a different projects, different, aesthetics that they like, that they don't like. So just keep that in mind, that, you do you, right? So, and again, we have these different sections, like with our little friend here. So we can make things larger in different viewports. We can make our friend go a little bit more to the right. And some of them can be animated, some of them don't have to be animated. So, but basically this is the whole thing, right? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. It was quite interesting. I'm actually gonna set it to the same color as this because I like this, paper looking color. And if you want to, go ahead and try it yourself, I have the remix link to this down in the description below. You can check that out. You can use it to your own liking, connect your own projects as well for a type of, portfolio. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it and hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via Discord. You can check the link for that in the description below. And if you want to learn about building web apps in Framer, I have a special bootcamp, and if you watch this video, you have a special discount, 50% off. So just go ahead to the checkout and write me about that discount. All right. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.